I've heard this phrase countless times. The more you give, the more you will receive. But the real question is, what should you give and what do you expect to receive? The thing is, it's not about giving with the hope of getting something in return. It's not about volunteering in the hopes of making more money, nor is it about donating to charities to gain recognition. The more you give with the intention and detachment of simply doing good, the more you receive, often 100 times more. There have been plenty of studies on this, but one example stands out. A multimillionaire who owned several companies, and I don't recall his name, decided before his death to give away all of his money to charity. Why? Because money is energy. It flows, it moves, and it loves to circulate. When you use it for the right reasons, it comes back to you even more. So, this man thought, I'm going to give. He began writing checks to foundation, donating large amounts, giving to the homeless, to sick children, and so on. The more he gave, the more his businesses earned. He thought, I'm trying to give away my money before I die because I truly want to make a difference. But the more I give, the more I earn. And that's what happens when you give. The more you give, the more you receive. People often hear this theory, but when it's time to apply it, there's an underlying intention. And you know what? It's okay to donate to a foundation in exchange for a tax receipt. But what matters is the root behind your action. Are you giving from a place of fear? For example, are you giving because you need something in return? More money, recognition, or more views? That's a root of fear. But when you give because you truly want to make a difference, even when you have almost nothing, when your intention is pure and detached, it all comes back to you 100 times over. And that's the root of love. This idea is also explained by Joe Vitale in his book on karmic marketing. The more you give content, the more you share with your heart, the more you will attract. It's not about creating content just to attract clients. That creates a root of fear. Of course, business is business. You're asked to participate in events, donate, and contribute. But always ask yourself, what's the root? Am I giving from a place of love or from a place of fear? That difference will impact your intentions. And if you're doing something out of fear, it's not wrong. But understand that it might take more time to get it back, or it will come less intensely compared to if you have done it with love. Take a moment to ask yourself, do I want to make the same gesture, but not from a place of fear, just because I really want to? It might take a few seconds of introspection, maybe a day, to reframe your actions. Same amount, same person, same foundation, but transforming fear into love. It's about doing it because you know it's the right thing to do, because you know they need it, because you're confident it will make a difference. That transforms the energy behind your donation. And once you transform that energy, it always comes back. Not in the same way, not from the same person, and not necessarily when you expect it, but it will always return. So remember this, when you give with the right intention, with detachment, and from a place of love, it always comes back to you and much more.